Welcome to Trench Diaries, a quick one today because I'm a bit behind and I promised you that I'd answer the Q&A at some point, you know, the one at the 5,000 subscriber special video. Also, it is my birthday and I turned 40 today. Yes, I'm serious. So here we go, a few questions that were asked at the 5k sub milestone video, and I also thank you for the plethora of book suggestions. I appreciate them. KKWolfs.m asks, would we hear the story of U123 with Reinhard Hardigan one day? Well, for sure. His book was first released in 1943 and it isn't cheap because it's only available as a hardcover, and it's a book that I would have to translate, which would be the very first translation ever as far as I can see. It won't happen tomorrow or next month, but it is on the list. The Baron asks, what made you start to translate these books into English and spend hours reading the stories to us, your audience, when you could be enjoying other things? Also, what stories do you have in mind for the future? So, I've always wanted to do something YouTube related, and I enjoy military history and the human experience. So at some point I just decided to start, and then I just did it. I do enjoy a lot of other things, don't worry, but this here brings me great joy, even though some videos are harder to produce than others. The community that has sprung up because of these videos is awesome, and I love answering your comments and even your private messages via email. It's very satisfying. What will come in the future? Well, the next story will start on Saturday and I know you like it. Also, there are some other projects that I'm working on right now which will be completely new. Short spoiler, the next special format is going to be called On Patrol Live. You can now speculate what this is going to be. SurferDes494 asks, did you ever hear back from the Iron Coffins publisher of the English version? I have actually. They told me that they have forwarded my inquiry to the responsible party for clarification. I have yet to hear from them since. It's been quite a while. Moreau asks, my question is it J, J, G or Jai? One should use to address you properly. Well, first of all, glory to Astotska, as usual. As for my name, the problem is that my given name is a quite common German name, but in the English-speaking world it is usually a name that only girls carry, so just J is keeping things simple. Corello88 asks, my questions are, what's Germany's opinion on its modern military? I know you said the opinion on marksmen wasn't that great back then, and is that still the case today? Well, that's a complex one. The problem is that Germany has a, shall we say, subdued interest in all things military because of our history, as you can imagine. When I served, we called it benevolent disinterest, which was pretty apt. There wasn't much talk, especially not in the media, except when there was a real or even a perceived fuck-up. But from my personal experience, most people would actively approach you when out and about while in uniform, and the smaller the town, the more schnapps, bread, milk and eggs you'd get from the farmers and old folk. I used to regularly command OPFOR troops during exercises and would trade stories and rations with the village folk regularly. Then in turn, they would snitch on the Blue Force units in their area, which was quite awesome. Anyway, one of the main reasons for this disconnect that is common today is that political leadership has zero idea what it means to have armed forces and as such don't know what a soldier needs to function. Armed forces need good equipment and training, which costs money, but they also need tradition, appreciation and support from the government. This is severely lacking. An army without traditions is just a troop of mercenaries, nothing more, nothing less. But because of World War II, this is complicated to say the least. To give you a specific example, the current president of the European Commission used to be the German Minister of Defense. She asked around what the troops wanted and needed. They answered truthfully, of course. We need more money for ammo and overtime pay so that we can go out more and train. Because yes, during peacetime German soldiers get paid overtime. Anyway, what did she do? She kept the budget, which meant no more overtime and ammo, and instead made it so that every barrack room was equipped with Wi-Fi, TVs and fridges. What the hell? As for marksmen, it's the same as in most armies. It's something that almost everyone wants to do, but only few people actually are able to do it when they realize it's 80% sneaking around with 2 metric tons of gear on your back, 18% shitting in a bag, and only 2% actually shooting. It's definitely a cool job though. So anyway, that's it for the Q&A. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for staying with me all the time. I will see you in the next episode. Cheers, bye bye.